Hello, people of the internet. Thank you for stopping by. I got some amazing things to show you that we've been gathering for the past few weeks. Some clips and some screenshots and some information that we have against some cheaters that I would like to share with you. And I hope that we can get everything down here, and maybe Fun Plus or KoA will do something about this. We've been reporting it for weeks now, but they haven't done anything. So we're just going to throw it all out there, and we're going to show everything. So to start things off, let's go ahead and show that we have proof of reports. This was one member showing that he was talking to this individual that owns this Castle 31, that the guy basically told him in conversations that he shares his account with his friend. It's against term of service. I don't really care. All right, so here's the second report. This is like, again, we didn't have any evidence until we started realizing that we can track him by the relics. And here he reported him for buying illegal resources. This photo, I'll show a better picture of this in a second. But again, he reported him. The picture does show that he's just hitting some random guy in the middle of nowhere, and I completely get how people would say that. Again, more information on him. Pause it if you need to. There's going to be a lot of things shown, so please pause and get a better look. But like, again, him just reporting the buying of illegal resources. Another screenshot because he did it multiple times. Well, alright, so let's take a good look at this. Right now, it does not look like he's buying illegal resources. It looks like he just caught somebody out there. But if you take fine notice, look at the encampments around this Stronghold 24. Why is there random encampments around real close around a random castle that's not bubbled? That's because he put all of his troops out there. He put all of his troops out there so that way they wouldn't get killed. So this guy could farm him and take all his resources and he wouldn't get killed. Let's take a look at the other one. Oh, look at this. Now he's hitting this different guy. The other guy was from STK, remember? This one is from KNZ. He's hitting this. I don't see any encampments, so he could have very well just caught this guy out in the middle of nowhere. So where do we go from there? So this was a scout report way back on the 15th. This is way back on the 15th. Alright, way back on the 15th, scout report, and this guy, this is the Stronghold 30. I don't know if he was a Stronghold 30 at the time. He might have still been a 29, but he hit one of our members, and we got his stats. Yeah, he's got some really good stats. I mean, like, he obviously has put some money into this game. I'm not gonna rob that from him. I'm not gonna sit here and be that individual that says, "Oh my God, like, he's automatically he's a cheater. He's automatically a cheater." I'm not gonna say that because he very well could have put money into this game. I get that, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that the gold that he got or the packages he got were cheated. I'm not gonna do that. That's not right. That's not fair because I could easily say that about anybody. But he's got really good stats. Like, in comparison to most of our members, he was smashing her. We couldn't do anything, and that's why that's main reason why I call this individual a terrorist. I mean, he was at level 30. He was a stronghold 30 before the first month of the kingdom. Again, I'm not saying that's impossible. That is completely doable, especially if you put money into this game. But whenever you are doing it illegally, it makes the game unfun for everybody else. I almost said fair. This game is obviously not fair. It makes it unfun for everybody else. And so whenever you have people that are only level 22, 24s, and this Stronghold 30 is showing up with T10s, you can't stop it, especially with those stats. All right, so where's more evidence? Well, we have a buddy in our alliance that literally. Well, right here, this guy Slither, he was on our account, and he was telling our members that they're selling resources. He literally told us, hey, these guys are selling resources. Here is another one of our members talking to the resource seller himself. He's like, you sell resources. He says, I sell to anyone. Because we thought he was only selling to Qi, the Chinese alliance. Right here, this is early. This was the very first farms, the ones that we found. There was QVW and OGH. OGH and QVW were like the first farms, and they were pumping silver. You can see right over here in the top right hand corner, they were pumping silver hard. And this was in the first couple weeks when you don't really need silver, but they were stocking it up. This right here is a picture of whenever we went over and we were hitting the bot farms, because we realized that these were illegal resources, and we're like, alright, so why not try to hinder this business and deter him from doing business in this kingdom? So what we did is we went over there and started hitting him, and of course this guy kind of retaliated. He didn't really appreciate it, but he calls us thieves for taking his business. Here's a picture of the STK farm whenever we finally found it. This was an iron farm. I know you can't tell it's a bot farm by looking at this picture, but stay with me, we have more evidence. Here is a line conversation that I remember got in a conversation with, I think it's Line, it might be WeChat, I'm not really sure, I don't use this application. But our member was talking to the seller, trying to figure it out. Sitting here saying, give them the prices for the resources, talking about payment. He says it's sold out now. Like right there, he says, I'll prepare material again. And he's like, has Qi finished buying for now? He says, yes. He confirmed that Qi bought the resources. He confirmed that he bought the resources. And our member even asked, do you run KZ Alliance too? Because we thought this was just a KZ farmer. And if you look up right here, he admits that he has no wood or food or grain, and he says right here, KZ is his too. Again, this is our member doing investigative purpose, like research, fucking hitting this guy up, and we found out that this guy is selling resources. So what do we do from there? Well, we go over here, and this is like whenever we finally were able to start catching them, because another one of their members ended up with a relic. It was a Stronghold 27. Whenever we were trying to talk to this Stronghold 30 guy, because we did try to like reach out to him, because they were the number 1 alliance, we were the number 2 alliance. We were trying to set up some kind of nap, so that way we could both grow semi-peacefully. I know that peace is not a thing in this game. But we found him. We caught this guy. We caught this guy hitting this guy again. And this time we recorded it. So whenever we had conversations with this Stronghold 30 guy, he said that he was not going to take throne. That there was another guy that's supposed to take it. At the time, this guy's Stronghold 30. This is the 31 that we're looking at on my screen over here now. At the time, this guy was a Stronghold 27. He is now a Stronghold 30 as well. They both boosted. Well, the 30 boosted to 31, and the 27 boosted to 30, literally within hours, right before KWT. There's a few other strongholds that boosted to 30 magically out of nowhere at the same time too. But then again, however big your credit card is determines your capability of being able to do this. And we're not going to sit here and watch this whole video, but you can see from looking at this video, it is 40 minutes long. He sits here and he farms this guy for what I'm going to say probably is the whole 40 minutes of it. Assume he's going to pull the alliance up real quick. Alright, he's going to click on it. He's going to click on this guy. He's going to go to alliance. Right there. This is going to show you. This is going to show you that this is a bot farm. You have the main guy who has 27, almost 28 million power, which is respectable at this time because it's, a month and a half in. And then you're going to look at all these other guys. All the other members of this alliance have identical power. Tell me that that's not fishy. See that? 2 million, 2 million, 2 million, 2 million, 2 million, 2 million. I can't even pronounce these names. I'm not going to try to. Again, he's just going to sit here and continue watching them to farm him. So we have about 34, 35 minutes of straight farming action here. They finally stopped, and there he goes. He's gone. So 30 minutes worth of farming, and he got everything that he needed. We have another member recording the G27, hitting Fire M from KNZ. So this is what sucks about relics. With relics, you can get caught. You're gonna get caught. You're gonna get caught doing stupid stuff. And if you're doing stupid stuff, don't have a relic. So we were able to track these guys and find them. And look at this. Right here. G27 hitting the KNZ Fire M. Look at the encampments around. That's all of his troops hiding so they don't get killed. He's hitting there. He's getting resources. Alright, so take a good hard look. This is a bot farm. You can see we have a member inside of there. This made them very angry. We did this to KNZ and STK. Whenever the members ported out, we ported a member in. They would remove this Alliance storehouse to put their castle down in there. But we were able to snake a guy in there because if you we're gonna go looking around the perimeter. If you look at this, they got all these like small castles out here on the outside perimeters where you can't get any close to this hive. They're very good at protecting their investment. I think it was like 3 or 4 castles out was the closest point. So it would take 3 minutes to march in this early day. It would take 3 minutes to march just one castle to get a hit. And there he is. He's still sitting over there farming. Again, there was nothing we could do about this. This is where oh, right here. This is a good picture to look at. This is the Qi Alliance. I do not know what this Chinese scripture right here means, but you see SDK, KNZ, UGS. Those are, so whatever it says in the Chinese characters, it says that. But non-aggression alliance. Something I learned playing KoA, because over in Guns of Glory, I never heard of the whole NAP thing. But something I learned when I started playing KoA is that there's a NAP thing. So if you want a non-aggression pact, it's NAP. Well, non-aggression alliance, I assume that's the same thing as a NAP. Look at this. You have 2. I don't think UGS is a bot farm. I've looked at it several times, and it looks like a small puny alliance. I don't understand. Maybe it's this member's like kid or his nephew or something. It's their alliance. That's why he put it on there. But SDK and KNZ are the bot farms. If you're going to cheat, and use illegal resources, first off, do not have them blatantly on your board saying that you're not going to hit them. Actually, the first one should be, don't hit them if you have a relic. Have one of your puny friends go hit them. You could have easily sent your Stronghold 25 over there, one of your weaker members, over there to farm him and then trade you resources whenever you got back to Hive. But instead, you're such an idiot that you're going to use it while you're a relic. But guess what? I guess I'm the idiot. I'm the idiot for assuming that they care, because they don't care. They've been reported multiple times, and KoA and FunPlus just let them keep doing it. There's nothing we can do about it. Literally nothing. We just sit here and watch them and complain. The only thing that you could be able to do to stop this is go over there and attack them. Yeah, attack them. But the thing is, you have to have the wallet big enough to be able to afford that. These guys have amazing stats. Now, Fire M, I don't think anyone was able to actually catch him and try to attack him. The STK farm, that guy had some stats. I'll show his stats here in a minute. Actually, because I went over and I hit the STK farm, right? I hit the STK farm, and I was over there farming resources, and all of a sudden, he broke bubble, and he realized that we were over there hitting him. I ported back to farm, Stupid mistake because I was still in a bubble cooldown. I could not do anything. And you can see right here, this is the STK main account. Now, I know my stats are not the best in the world. Please do not take me for my stats being the greatest. But he has really decent stats, really good stats. And there wasn't really many people that could stand up to him. So if you can't stand up to the resource seller, who was a level 24 at the time, how are you going to stop a level 27? Because keep in mind, no one was even at 26. 26 is when you can start making T9s. How are you going to stop at 27 with T9s, let alone stop to 30 with his T10s? Because they were terrorizing us. You have this 27, this 30, and if it wasn't them two over here hitting the bot farms or coming over hitting our hive, they would send a level 24 or a level 22 reinforced with T10s and T9s, so you literally couldn't hit them. Even if you tried, even if you tried, they would all die at their wall. Trust me, we ran rallies. We ran a rally, hit their walls, all of them died. 300,000 to 400,000 troops. There was one time where we beat them, and we beat them, and all of a sudden the Stronghold Authority poured it in and smoked everybody. We're gonna go over to SDK. We're gonna take a look at that. Again, I told you we have a member over here. We put a member over here again. You can see, look, all level 15s. You're gonna see all the marching lines going across. Sorry if I move too fast and give you a headache. See all these empty castles out here? You can't get anywhere close. You can't get anywhere close to this thing. This guy's protecting his investment because he makes money off of this. It makes sense. But again, this isn't something that I take advantage of. These guys should be severely punished and banned. Just farming. We're going to look at SDK. And again, look. 38 million power. Respectable power. 2 million. Go back down here. Rank R1s. Let's look at the R1s. 2 million. Looks like a pattern. It's definitely a pattern. I think right here, yeah, we go back and we look at Kanzi again. Just to prove. 2 million power. Wow, the 2 million power is the leader. That doesn't make any sense. 2 million power all the way down. 2 million power all the way down. There's one guy, 1.7. That looks realistic. Oh, why is this fired in? Why is he in R1 now? Weird. It's weird how things work out. What alliance are we going to look at now? I think we go down here and we look at OGH. Yep. So remember, OGH was the first farm that we ever found. It was a silver farm. I did not know anything about recording at the time. I was playing on a device I didn't have recording capable. But so it's on here. It's not on the map anymore. It was deleted. But why are all the accounts still registering? And see, 1.9, 1.8, 1.8. This was obviously a farm too. Now, someone told me that whenever they ban a bot farm, the alliance still picks up in the alliance leaderboards, which to me is insane. Like, why not just delete it? Why leave it there? I was looking all over the map trying to find it again because I thought it was still in existence. I thought they just relocated it. If you look right here, it's not showing the coordinates. It's not showing the coordinates down here for the Cloak of Secrecy, which was the other guy. The Stronghold. Oh, the Stronghold 27. He had the Cloak of Secrecy and the Storage Shield. He had both of those. You can see the bearer's name right there. Both of them. But where's his coordinates? Where's his coordinates? So we all assumed that he got banned. We were like, finally, they listened to our complaints. They finally did something about it, right? Because you can't find him. You can't find him on a relic map. He has 2 relics. You should be able to find him. And this was for at least 5 or 6 hours this day. I logged on several times because I was so excited that KoA Fun Plus finally did something about the cheating for at least one of the guys. Again, like I said, we have 2 guys, but it gave us hope that they were going to take care of the other one because we caught because one of them was gone. So we go over here, we look at the farm again, SDK. It's still there, it's still active. Go back over to KZ, it's still there. We have a different member over here this time from our Farm Alliance. It's still active. Again, it's super active. At this point, they've upgraded it to silver. You can see it in the Alliance Gathering Mine, it's a silver mine. So now they're gathering silver. We go back and you can't see it. It's literally not there. It's crazy. Like you should be able to see this thing, right? I'm seriously concerned. See right here, we have a member saying he's banned. We have another member saying that he can't see him either, and then Unstable Rage here saying he's banned. So immediately I'm excited. This is whenever the excitement starts. I checked it multiple times throughout the day. I was excited that we were finally getting somewhere and we were going to see progress with the kingdom. This was later on that night, and literally it was only 7-8 hours later. There's his coordinates again. Everyone was immediately disheartened and disappointed that it didn't stick. This time he's a 27. He's a 28. He's no longer a 27 stronghold. He's a 28. So not only did he get banned, and then come back, he's another level. So if he did get banned for something, they obviously didn't punish him in any sort of way because he didn't lose anything to get him to stronghold 28. They didn't take any resources because he already plundered everything he needed. He's a stronghold 28 now. This is just at this point we removed a member from SDK. He wanted to come back to Hive, be able to compete in Fallen Knights events with everybody else, and he wanted to be able to participate in the Alliance resource mine, and he just wanted to be able to run barbs and everything like that, do portal. So we let him come back. We go back over to KZ. Again, this is a farm from our Farm Alliance. It's actually my alt. Put my alt in there just to kind of hold that spot, because I did. I went around and I would farm some of that silver whenever the bot main was offline. Again, right here. So here's a funny thing. If you look at this, so here's the funny thing. If you look at this, of course it still says SDK, KZ, UGS, but there's a new one on here at this point, and it says HYT. We weren't watching HYT. But it wasn't until one night when we all went over, it was like 5 or 6 of us that went over to the SDK farm. We went over to the SDK farm, and we were hitting it. We were hitting it trying to take, resources that obviously he was selling to these members that had an advantage on us. So we were trying to take back some advantage. We were trying to get some easy to get iron. So all of a sudden we had HYT members show up behind us. It was McLaren. We'll show him later. It was McLaren, and he scouted us, and we ran. He didn't attack anybody, but there was rumor that HYT ran the bot farms. Rumor. I'm not going to say anything further than that. I'm not going to accuse anyone of anything. I'm just going to say rumor. All right. So this again, war in the future. This is the stronghold 27 that got banned came back as a stronghold 28. It's now a stronghold 29. This is showing him hitting Fire M. If you notice on Fire M, he no longer has the tag for KNZ. He was always KNZ and now he's OGH. But this just tells me that OGH, the original farm that we found, originally belonged to him. So not only does this individual have 2 farms, but he had 3 bot farms at one point. Again, we've been reporting this. Multiple members, multiple alliances reporting these bot farms, so they're not doing anything about it. Now we see the actual attacks going on. And he's over just getting resources. At this point, I don't know if it was an iron mine or a silver mine. Either way, he's getting resources. Resources that he paid for, but not paid through the game application. He paid another individual who's running an illegal bot farm. So this is a good one because we caught. Now this is the stronghold 29. individual from the last clip. But as you can see, the STK guy is a 25. I don't know if we saw that in any other clips, but he's also evolving. He's coming up. But if you look, what's good about this, he's getting resources. He's getting resources. But there's some fun stuff that happens in this clip. So you're sitting here watching him get all these resources, and we have a couple of members that kind of mess with him. It's kind of funny. Sitting here watching him, just keeps pounding him, getting resources. They're very cocky with those relics going out and attacking these illegal farm bots. I don't see the encampments. Maybe he placed his troops out before he teleported. I don't know. Maybe he put them way far out where we can't see them, so his encampments aren't in jeopardy. I know that we've been taking every opportunity we can to try to get in on these guys, whether it be hitting the actual bots or the empty castles that are part of the bot farm, or trying to get a hit in on one of these guys. So he does a scout. I don't know if he shares. Let's see if he shares. If he shares, we're gonna pause. There it is. There's the report. Let's see. 60 million iron. He doesn't have anything else. He's got 60 million iron. Does that prove that it was a bot farm? Does that prove that it's an iron bot farm? I don't know. You tell me. I'm not a professional. I bet you Fun Plus and KoA would never admit that it's an iron bot farm. And then we have another member. Oh, they froze him. They used a spell, and they froze him, so he's stuck. And this guy is gonna hit him. I don't think he's gonna try to farm him. I don't know if he really has anything, but he's just gonna hit him just to put a hurt on him, right? So we have one member poured in, and I don't really know what his game plan was. This individual doesn't really talk a lot, but okay. So he was gonna try to snag some free iron. That's a gutsy move, especially with that stronghold 29 right there. Look right down here at the bottom of the screen. You can see we had another member teleport in. 60 million iron. I can't believe that. That is a crazy amount of iron. Again, some pretty decent stats. So you can see we had another member poured in. He only got hit. It was just a distraction. Nothing really big. But you can sit here and you watch Superman. If you can see his name behind this icon, he's trying to time a hit. So Superman is trying to time a hit. He's just waiting it out. We kind of looked at the chat. He said he's just keeping an eye on it. He's going to do it really soon. Again, 29 is still farming STK for resources. We've just been like sitting here biting our nails, waiting for him to get a hit because we're excited. We want to see ourselves get one up on these guys that have been beating us forever. And there he goes. But if I was to say one thing, he doesn't speed hit it. He should have spent a lot more gold to speed hit it. He's obviously like, okay, that's my gold. I was gonna say that's his gold. He should have speed hit it, but they made it back in time, or he had a troop. At least enough troops in there to sustain the hit, and he took a loss. Yeah, by the time his troops hit, all of his troops were back, or a majority of them. Obviously not that. Yeah, see me? I'm trying to type. That hurt because I could tell he got hurt. He didn't make it in time, and now he's getting attacked. Again, we've been sitting here just watching him farm because there's nothing we can do about it. We tried. We had a couple people go over there and attack him. At this point, we couldn't do anything. 24s was about the highest that we had available, stronghold wise, and like that's even counting people that were spending money. But just couldn't match that wallet. Here we're going to go over to SDK for KZ. We're going to look at the farm again. Now this is worrying, because if you look at this, the KZ farm main is not a hive. We didn't know where it was. We don't know where it is. At this point, we couldn't find it. So obviously, whenever you look at the screen before, it wasn't the Stronghold 29, and it's not the Stronghold 30, because we know where both relics are. One is out hitting SDK, and the other one is in the hive, in the Chi hive. So someone else is hitting KZ. We don't know who. We don't know where it is. We can't track it. It doesn't have a relic. So I go back and I'm sitting here watching, just trying to get, footage, recording of proof, of this Stronghold 29 from Chi hitting SDK, buying illegal resources. And I think at this point I might have walked away from my phone. So you see this castle ported down at the bottom. This is again another alt of our alliance member, and she times the attack just right on the Stronghold 29. And you see that? You see that? You see that? She took the relic. That was probably one of the most amazing things I've ever seen, because it's a Stronghold 29. I mean, I can't recall what level her stronghold was on that farm, but she pulled off a W. She got a win, and she got the relic. Stronghold 11, a Stronghold 11 against a Stronghold 29, and she took his relic. You can rest assured this made them very, very angry. And he just sits over there for like the next 30 minutes, continuously farming this guy. I mean, you saw the report, 60 million iron. He's going to be busy for a while. Then, all of a sudden the attack stopped, and he ports out. Where does he port to? I'll give you one guess. Let's see where he goes. Oh, look at that! He ports right outside of our hive. Oh, this is our farm hive. But he ports over here, and he starts hitting everything because he's mad. He's mad that his Stronghold 29 lost the relic to a Stronghold 11. Then all of a sudden, whenever he realizes he can't do anything because everyone's bubbled up, he disappears. He ports out. We don't know where he goes. But guess what? He's over hitting K and Z. So he sat there and he farmed STK repeatedly, and then he went straight to farming K and Z. Back to back. Back to back, just hitting bot farms. Must be nice. Because I'm pretty sure that if I was doing this, like if I started a bot farm and was selling resources or using it for myself, I'm pretty sure if someone reported me, KoA or FunPlus would do something about it. Especially from I've heard that they're completely biased against Chinese players. And that's what sucks. That's the kind of sucks. And I hope that's not the case. Hopefully they're not seeing this. Hopefully hopefully the issue just hasn't been pushed up far enough. But hopefully someone sees it now, and they realize that the cheating's bad. Something needs to be done about these bot farms and these accounts. You can see Jade goes over there with another alt, and she tries to take the other relic. It doesn't end up working out. She gets smoked. He gets more resources. I don't know if we scout this one or not. The Chi 29. This is after the fact. After he got done farming everything, came back. We did a scout, kind of see how much he got, and this is what he got after his purchases from K and Z and SDK. He ended up with. I'm not gonna say he took the wood. He could have got the wood fair and square, but he ended up with 66 million iron and 7 million silver. That's a lot of resources. Especially, this was what? This was 2 weeks ago. So at this time, I think our kingdom was. There's no way he farmed that. Yeah, he could have went to other alliances and hit enough people to take 66 million. I'm not saying that he couldn't have. Like if I wouldn't have caught him recording, if I wouldn't have caught him recording, he could have guaranteed got that amount of resources by hitting other players, but not farming it. Not farming it. And then we have another recording of the G30 hitting Fire M again, who is, remind you, from KNZ. You can tell he changed his clan tag to OGH again. Getting more resources. I don't think we get a scout report in this one. Yeah, he's just taking them for all he's got, taking all the resources, getting everything. I don't know if I'm so much mad that it's cheating and KoA isn't doing anything about it, or if it's the fact that I'm jealous that I can't be over there doing the same thing. Because this guy, he's been the terrorist of the kingdom. Like I said, he'll put his force in other castles where we can't hit him, or he'll come over himself. And I get it; it's a war game. I'm not hurting him on that. But the resource buying, that's something different. So here's kind of a recording of the chat, and so our member was trying to call him out, saying that, hey, we're going to post videos of you guys cheating. And he didn't like that. He started talking back. You can see they're talking, they're chatting, calling us out. But this guy says because we'd like to fight, you know, whenever they're buying illegal resources. It gets to a point down the bottom where they're basically bragging about it, like no matter what we do, they can't do nothing about it. Slowly farming. That's what's funny. You see that? Slowly farming. I'm slowly farming. No. We just saw him. He's not farming. He's not farming. Because if anything, he's hitting the same guy repeatedly. The same guy. That's not farming. You're buying resources. A lot of this I don't really understand. Especially this whole merging. I don't really understand. So if you look right here, he was talking back here. This G30 member sitting here saying that our kingdom's going to merge with another. And then down here, it sounds like he knows that we're going to merge with another kingdom. And he's assuming it's going to be 242. Game company is randomly matching. Don't know, you quite understand. A month after 15 days. I was saying a month and a half. I think he was kind of hinting at a Throne event, which not event, but Throne. It's coming up soon. There he goes. Right back after he was, and there he is. Right back after he was done farming, he goes right back to Hive, like nothing ever happened. We're looking at the farms, and this is KNZ farm. This is basically just me proving that it is a farm. You can see all the movement going on. Actually, this is a recording from Tupac. I don't want to steal his credit, but he went through and recorded. This is the main account. He switched over to OGH tags, and he's going through and he's farming all the castles in KNZ because he's the bank or the vault for all of the iron and silver. And he's just going through and he's collecting the resources and holding it. Again, see how long far out these random castles go, so you can't get anywhere close. You can't get anywhere close to that. You gonna see how many castles that is out? That's insane. You would have a 4 or 5 minute march every attack. So that's 10 minutes for one hit. About 10 minutes for one hit. And he just keeps hitting them and farming them. That's the KZ vault collecting all of its resources. This is my recording later on. You can still see he's still OGH. He's still bubbled up. Well, this is bubbled up now after he got done farming it earlier. He stayed bubble for a while after this. Now you can see it's KZ again, so he's part of his alliance again. Oh yeah, bot farm. Right there, bot farm. Easy. So here we pull up SDK, he's missing. He's not in his hive. So that means he's out giving resources to somebody. So we go out and we try to find him. And here's the cloak. That's when he still had the cloak. That was before he got the shield. But they're both in hive. Both the relic holders are in hive. So where is the SDK farm? There's times where we don't know where the SDK farm is, but he's not there. So that means someone else is hitting it. Someone else is buying the resources. That's where the tricky part comes into play. Because how are we gonna find out who else is buying resources? But he's not there, and I recorded this for a while trying to find him. I couldn't find him anywhere. This was later on that day. I was recording. You can see the SDK farm doesn't have any tags. I wonder why he doesn't have any tags. Why is one of his castles burning? So we're sitting here, we're watching him, we're waiting for some kind of action, we're waiting for him to teleport out, we're waiting to see if maybe Cookie Monster is going to break bubble. Oh wait, he's sending out an attack. What's he doing? We're going to follow the trail, and the trail will show us that he goes right over and he attacks his own person. So now he's attacking SDK. What's with that? Wasn't he just SDK? Why would he be attacking his own member? Because he's the vault. He's the vault, ladies and gentlemen. So now we have... There he is. He's attacking another. Now we have video evidence of the SDK farm attacking and piling in the resources as the vault. That's it. He's going around and he's gathering resources. Finally, we got someone... We got super excited because someone actually got a hold of Mod, and he came in here and he took out the farms. He took out the farms. This is SDK. Okay, pay attention to this. Go back. Let's go back. If you notice, this is the SDK farm. You can see over here on the right is SDK farm, but there is a Chi member in here. This is not the first time that the SDK main joined the Chi Alliance. Remember I told you I got hit? Right after he hit me and I bubbled up, he went over and he joined SDK, joined Chi, and he brought a bunch of Chi members over and they all wrecked our hive. So yes, they went through and they deleted the SDK hive, the bot farm. They deleted the bot farm. They didn't delete any of the buildings or anything like that. They deleted the bot farm, but they did not delete that main vault account. That main vault account went to Chi. I remember this because this was literally the day of KTW. Is that what it's called? KWT. This was the day of KWT. Literally 12 hours before they selected Chi as the member to represent our kingdom. I'm not saying that Chi didn't have the power to have that position. I'm just saying, whenever they deleted the bot farms, this main that is relatively strong went straight to Chi. That main should have been banned. It should have been banned and deleted with the rest of the castles. Not only the SDK castles, but the random castles around it. See that? All these castles. It's such a waste, and it just takes up space that doesn't need to be taken up. So now we're gonna go over and we're gonna check KZ. Look at that. KZ is gone. KZ is no more. They deleted it. It's all that. But all the other castles are here, and the alliance buildings are still there. But the bot farms are gone. They finally took care of it. Thank you. Thank you. We're so grateful. Here these guys are. But look at that. The damage has already been done. He's been farming from those alliances for weeks now. He's been farming from his alliance this week now. Yes, he's still a stronghold 30. I cannot tell you off the top of my head what resources you need for a stronghold 31, but the damage is already done. He's been doing it for weeks. I cannot tell you at what point he started attacking the bot farms or he started buying legal resources, so I can't tell you what level he should be, but I can tell you right now, I just think he should be banned. I'm going to go on a side note and say right here, there's this Sarge. He is a stronghold 30. Yes, I am in no way saying that he's cheating. I'm not saying everyone that's a stronghold 30 is cheating. I legitimately think Sarge put in the work and put in the hustle to get the resources needed for a stronghold 30. He has put in a significant amount of money in this game, and he is one of the individuals that is constantly attacking people. I literally think that most of the people in this kingdom fear Sarge. I mean, they fear the other stronghold 30 just because, like, we know he has really amazing stats, but Sarge is a he's kind of like a mindless killing machine. He just does whatever the hell he wants to do because that's what he wants to do. So I'm not saying that he cheated, again, but between the stronghold 30 and this one, this is the other one. This was the stronghold 29. You can see now it's a stronghold 30. There's the resource relic. Damage has already been done. They're both stronghold 30s. Both of them. Stronghold 30s. Can't do nothing about it. Can't stop it. So here is a good little video. This was on the 27th, so literally like a week ago. This might have been right after we got eliminated from... might have been right after or right bore their KWT event. But this was the Stronghold 30, the main one. And you can see, like, look at this. He's got a 3-star King Arthur. He's got a 3-star King Arthur. So that right there tells you he's putting in money in this game. Again, I never said that everything he did was cheating. I never claimed that his money and his gold that he has is cheating. Just the resources. So this is just telling me that as long as you spend money, FunPlus and KoA do not care what you do. They're going to let you do illegal stuff. They're going to let you have bot farms, let you have illegal resources. As long as you put in money to buy their packages, they don't care. But I will tell you right now, this guy has some amazing stuff. Just because, like, I don't have that. I might have a couple of these ethics, but I don't have them at the levels they do. Look at this. He has the three newest epics from this latest release. All 2-star at least. He has 2 of them 3-star, and then he has the 2 epics from the last update. Apparently they were new. I think they were new before I started playing. But he has both of them. So he has the 5 of the latest heroes. So he's put some money in. There's no doubt that he's put money in. And he's got troops. He's got a ton of troops. He got some massive kills. I think right here, when the reason he got so many kills at once, I think he hit us while we were trying to rebuild our fortress. But you see this? You see these stats? Those stats are insane. I wish I knew what his gear was. I really wish I knew what his gear was, because he's got some good stats. I'm not saying these stats are unreachable, or I'm not saying that they're cheated. I'm not saying they're hacked. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm saying they're good stats. I am, if anything, jealous of those stats. I wish I had stats that good. But I know a lot of that comes from gear, gems, and his heroes. His heroes obviously is helping in that department. So, give all credit to where he is. He's level 31 now. I don't know how much of those resources he got from the legal buyer went towards that level 31 upgrade, but obviously it did help. He's a level 31 now, and congrats to you, bro. You got a beautiful castle and you're smashing everyone in the kingdom. But and he's got amazing stats. That's all there is to it. Let's go and look at this. So shortly after their event, we realized that there's another bot farm. If you look at this, see this? Let's go back a little bit. Look at that. OGH. This is OGH Alliance. It's back. It's back. So OGH's Alliance is back. All these castles, most of them still have bubbles. They're all really small. You can tell that they are building the bot farm again. It's back. It's coming back. And then here's a new one. NUA. NUA is the newest bot farm. You can tell they're still building it. Look at all these small level castles. See right here? See this NUA model? Look at that. That's the farmbot main. And like they're going way out this time. They're putting so many more castles up to make sure that nobody can get to their bot farm. They're really trying to protect those resources. And if I was to throw a guess out, this NUA model, I guarantee you that is Fire M from UGH and KZ, not UGH, from KNZ and OGH. I would be willing to bet money on it. So now he's in NUA, his newest bot farm. So again, we're just going out and looking. Okay. Look at this. CH1. See how they're all level 12s? Of course, the main is missing. But this is CH1's new alliance. And there's a bunch of empty castles around it too. Again, this is another bot farm. Look at all these castles. You can't get anywhere near these. Can't get anywhere near OGH, NUA, and CH1. I think it's funny how closely related CH1 is to Cheese Tag. Isn't that odd? But you see this? This NUA is directly, NUA model, Stronghold 23, is directly in the middle of all three of these. So I think he's just going to be the vault for all of them. So now we're going to go back and we're going to look and see where they're at now. So I'm going to call back my troops now. Check my... So now what are we going to do? We're going to go over here. And we're going to go up here and we're going to look at OGH. So OGH hasn't evolved much. About the same. There's a PoA member over there. Still a bunch of castles. Again, yes, we got members over there because we're trying to crack down on this. Here's NUA. NUA is still a slowly developing bot farm. Look at that. Slowly developing bot farm. Castles come all the way out. They're all the way out here. Come all the way in here to Chi. Look at this. Now there's a random castle there that wasn't there on the other recording. So much bot farms. And you can't sit here and tell me that the CH1 is just a small alliance. This is a bot farm. 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. Look at that. There's no reason for that many 12s. Like, there's not even a 13. Show me a 13. Show me a stronghold level 13 in there. There's not. Because they're all bot farms. He just hasn't logged on to upgrade them yet. Same with these guys. Over here in NUA. He just, where's that? Go to messages. Yeah, anyway. He just hasn't logged on to him to upgrade him yet. But it's coming. We know it is. Because there it says bot farms. So let's go over here and look at HFL. There's a Chi member, Mockingjay. That looks like it's his farm. That might be another farm. That's an alt maybe. But what's up with all these HFL? Is that another? Why do they keep stopping at low levels? You know what? Those could just be alts. AZZ. Now this guy was a Chi member. Again, a bunch of level 12 castles. I'm starting to see a trend here with bot farms and level 12 castles. And this guy did not even get clever with his names. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's probably another start to another bot farm. EXX. Now Smoke was in Chi as well, and this looks like another good start to another bot farm. It's level 13. Okay. Nothing else really that high. Bunch of empty castles. Who knows? Maybe it's just a dead alliance. But what I see is another potential bot farm. So that's EXX. Yeah, that's EXX. Chi 2. Now this one right here, I am not going to say this is a bot farm. The reason why is because look at it. There's variance in all the castle levels. 18, 14s, 16, 18, 16. Look at that. That right there does not show me that that is a bot farm. It's not a bot farm. I'm not going to claim that's a bot farm. Maybe this is just where Chi is sending all of their lower level guys. You know, one's not strong enough to join. Now, here is one of the members that we believe was hitting the bot farms. We don't have any recording it, we don't have evidence, he's never had the relics. But here's the thing. There's logs for video games. There's logs for all kinds of games. What they should do is they should pull the logs. And they should find out who is hitting these SDK and these K and Z vaults. We're going to call them vaults. They should find out, pull the logs, find out who is hitting them. And then what you do is whoever had consecutive attacks on these vaults, like if there is a particular user ID, if there's a particular user ID that hit these vaults consecutive times, then they are obviously buyers. Anyone that I don't care if it's McLaren, I don't care if it's my fucking account or someone else in my alliance, if they hit those vaults, if they bought alliances, bam, gone. Because we shouldn't allow it. But there's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing we can do about it because these guys spent money. They have money invested, so KoA Fun Plus is going to protect them. They're not going to get rid of them because they're losing money. But what they should do is they should ban them. I really appreciate you making this game a whole lot of fun to play, Fun Plus. Just letting cheaters continue to cheat with no punishment. And I mean, like, if they were to do anything, they're probably just going to do what they did on the last one when they caught all the resource buyers. They're going to take the resources. But guess what? The damage is already done. The damage is already done. And the resource sellers are still here, and they keep making more bot farms. You can't stop it. The only way to stop it is ban them. Ban them from the kingdom. Get rid of them. Because guess what? If you ban them and they have to start all over from ground one, odds are they're not going to come back and do the same thing in this same kingdom. They're going to do it in another kingdom. And then you're going to have to force yourselves, yes, KoA, Fun Plus, you're going to have to force yourselves to start regulating, to start enforcing rules, and be checking these servers and actually looking into customer complaints. It's only going to make your game better and more enjoyable for other players, especially ones that aren't in China. Please do something about your game. Please prevent this from happening. Please make it fun for me, my Alliance members, and whoever else happens to still be playing in this kingdom. Because there was at one point where we thought this kingdom was dead. There's so many people that quit playing in this kingdom. A lot of friends that we made in a little short, month and a half, 2 months, so this kingdom's been a thing, has quit because you guys have continued to allow these people to cheat, buy illegal resources, and remain. I mean, we apparently, I don't know how your guys' ban process works. Apparently we had one banned for a little bit, but he came back. I don't know if he bought back, or if he paid the fine, or if you guys just realized he's Chinese and you let him stay. All I gotta say is, please do something about your game.